Right now, in this very moment, simply stop where you are. There is no need to be anywhere else. There is no task to complete, no problem to solve. Take a deep, intentional breath. Feel the air as it enters your lungs, cool and fresh, and feel it as it leaves your body, carrying with it the lingering tension of the day. Let the noise of the world, the echoes of conversations, the hum of technology, the weight of your responsibilities, faintly dissolve into the background. You are granting yourself this time, and for that, you can be profoundly grateful. Feel your body becoming heavy, yet simultaneously light. Imagine a gentle wave of relaxation starting at the very tips of your toes. It moves slowly, like a warm, golden mist, soothing your ankles, relaxing your calves, and softening your knees. It travels up through your thighs and hips, releasing any tightness held in your lower back. Your spine rests against the bed, each vertebra finding its place in a perfect alignment of comfort. The wave continues through your chest and shoulders, allowing them to drop away from your neck. Your arms feel heavy by your side, your fingers curling naturally into a state of rest. Even the muscles in your face, around your eyes and jaw, begin to smooth out. You are not just lying down, you are beginning to float. Imagine the floor beneath you slowly becoming translucent. Gravity, that invisible force that binds us to the earth, begins to soften its grip. You are rising. You are drifting upward, past the ceiling of your room, above the rooftops of your neighborhood. The city lights below become a shimmering tapestry of tiny, distant sparks, eventually fading as you pass through the soft, cool layers of the clouds. You are crossing the thin, blue veil of the atmosphere. The fragile boundary between the world of breath and the silent expanse of the void. You have arrived where the true silence begins, the velvet darkness of space. It is safe here. It is infinite. This is not a cold void, but a vast, dark cradle. This is our home. Tonight, our journey will not take us to a foreign land, but to the very heart of the mystery we live within. We are diving into that misty, luminous ribbon of light that has haunted the dreams of poets and sailors for millennia, the Milky Way Galaxy. In ancient times, the Romans looked up and saw a Via Lactea, a path of milk spilled across the heavens. The Greeks called it Galaxias Kyklos, the Milky Circle. To them, it was a divine myth. To us, it is a magnificent reality. A spinning city of stars, a swirling masterpiece of dust, gas, and dark matter that has been breathing for over 13 billion years. As we drift closer to this gargantuan structure, try to visualize its shape. The Milky Way is a barred spiral galaxy, a majestic pinwheel of light spinning in the utter dark. At its center lies a brilliant, dense core, a galactic heart of gold and fire. Stretching out from this heart are elegant, sweeping arms, curved like the petals of a celestial flower. We reside on one of these arms. A quiet, suburban lane known as the Orion Spur. We are far enough from the chaotic, crowded center to enjoy the peace of the outskirts, yet close enough to feel the gravitational heartbeat of the whole. Consider the sheer scale of this home. Light is the fastest messenger in the universe, traveling at such a velocity that it could circle the Earth 7 times in a single heartbeat. Yet, even at this impossible speed, it would take a beam of light 100,000 years to cross from one edge of our galaxy to the other. When you look at the stars tonight, remember that the light touching your eyes began its journey long before the first cities were built. This vastness is not meant to make you feel small, it is meant to remind you that you belong to something eternal. Your worries, your fleeting stresses, are but a momentary ripple in a 100,000-year-old ocean of light. The Milky Way is not a static object. It is a living, breathing history book. Every star within it tells a story of birth, life, and transformation. As we move through this first stage of our voyage, realize that our galaxy is a master of recycling. It is built from the wreckage of ancient collisions and the dust of stars that died billions of years before our sun was even a whisper of gas. We are the inheritors of this cosmic legacy. The iron in your blood, the oxygen in your lungs, and the calcium in your bones were all forged in the high-pressure furnaces of ancient stars. You are not a stranger in the universe. You are the universe observing itself. Feel the rhythm of the galactic rotation. Just as the Earth turns, the entire galaxy turns, carrying its 400 billion stars in a slow, stately waltz. There is no hurry here. In the realm of the stars, 1,000,000 years is but a passing afternoon. Allow this sense of galactic time to wash over you. Let it slow your pulse and deepen your breath. You are synchronized with the turning of the stars. You are drifting in the Orion Spur, protected by the silence, cradled by the darkness. In the chapters to come, we will delve into the secrets of the galactic core, the mysteries of the invisible dark matter, and the ancient stars that are older than the galaxy itself. But for now, just exist. Just be. The misty light of the Milky Way is wrapping around you like a soft, luminous blanket. You are safe. You are home. And as the distant stars begin to blur into a soft glow, you are ready to sink deeper into the story. As we drift further into the velvet depths of the night, let us expand our sense of time. To us, a century feels like an eternity, but to the galaxy, it is less than a heartbeat. In this space, we do not think in days or years, but in galactic seasons, vast stretches of time where empires of stars rise and fall. Our home, the Milky Way, appears to us as a stable, serene, and perfectly ordered structure. But this serenity is a hard-won peace. Our galaxy is not a static monument, it is a masterpiece built from the wreckage of ancient worlds, a cosmic mosaic composed of the remnants of galaxies that existed long before the Earth was born. Close your eyes and imagine the universe 13 billion years ago. It was a younger, wilder place. The first stars were just beginning to pierce the darkness, and the first pockets of gas were starting to huddle together under the gentle, but persistent pull of gravity. The Milky Way was not the grand spiral we see today. Back then, it was a chaotic collection of small star clusters and jagged clouds of hydrogen. It was a galaxy in its infancy, wandering through the void, reaching out with invisible gravitational fingers to find its neighbors. Our galaxy's history is often described by astronomers as a tale of galactic cannibalism, but that term is far too violent for the reality of what occurred. Instead, imagine it as a cosmic embrace. You see, space is unimaginably empty. Even in the densest parts of a galaxy, the distance between stars is so vast, that when two galaxies collide, the stars themselves almost never touch. They do not crash, they pass through one another like two clouds of smoke mingling in the air. They perform a slow, gravitational waltz, that lasts for hundreds of millions of years, eventually settling into a new, shared rhythm. One of the most significant moments in our history happened about 10 billion years ago, when the Milky Way encountered a smaller galaxy known as Gaia Enceladus. Imagine this smaller galaxy approaching like a shy guest. As it drew closer, the Milky Way's immense gravity began to wrap around it, pulling its stars, its gas, and its secrets into our own disk. This massive merger was the event that shaped our galaxy's thick disk, creating the very foundation upon which our solar system would eventually be built. The iron in your blood, the very atoms that make up your hands and your heart, may have originated in the core of a star that lived and died in that alien galaxy billions of light years away. We are, quite literally, made of the dust of conquered worlds. Think of these collisions as the way the galaxy grows and learns. Every time the Milky Way absorbed a smaller neighbor, it wasn't just adding mass, it was triggering a burst of new life. The shock waves from these mergers compressed vast clouds of gas, causing them to collapse and ignite, giving birth to millions of new stars at once. Our own sun, that steady yellow star that keeps us warm, may owe its existence to one of these ancient galactic interactions. We are the children of a cosmic collaboration, born from the meeting of two great rivers of light. Even now, as you lie in the quiet safety of your room, this process is still happening. A small, brave neighbor, called the Sagittarius dwarf spheroidal galaxy, is currently being pulled into the Milky Way's embrace. It is being stretched into long, elegant ribbons of stars that wrap around our galaxy like a glowing scarf. It is a slow, silent transformation. To us, the sky looks unchanging, but in the grand scale of galactic time, we are witnessing a metamorphosis. The stars of Sagittarius are becoming our stars. Their story is becoming our story. Visualize this process in your mind. Two vast oceans of light flowing into one another. There is no noise, no explosion, only the soft, inevitable pull of gravity. It is the ultimate form of recycling. Nothing is lost, everything is transformed. The wreckage of the past becomes the cradle for the future. This is the lesson the Milky Way offers us tonight. That change, even on a scale that feels like a collision, can lead to a more beautiful and complex harmony. Feel the peace in this realization. If a galaxy can take the remnants of its past and turn them into a shimmering spiral of 400 billion stars, then you, too, can find peace in the changes of your own life. Your experiences, your challenges, and your history are the building materials from which your own inner galaxy is constructed. You are a living mosaic of everything you have ever been. As we drift away from these ancient collisions, notice how the silence of the galaxy seems to deepen. The stars around us are moving, orbiting the distant center at hundreds of kilometers per second, yet everything feels perfectly still. It is the stillness of a great machine working in perfect silence. You are a passenger on this magnificent vessel, carried along by the same forces that merged galaxies and forged suns. The darkness between the stars is not a void, it is a space of potential. It is the quiet room where the galaxy dreams. And as you drift deeper into your own dreams, remember that you are part of this grand, ongoing story. You are safe in the arms of a galaxy that knows how to hold everything together. In the next stage of our journey, we will travel to the outskirts of this great city. To meet the ancient watchers, stars so old they remember the very beginning of time. But for now, let the slow, swirling history of the Milky Way's birth lull you into a state of total surrender. The collisions are over. The merger is complete. You are home. As we continue to drift through the quiet corridors of our galaxy, we leave behind the bright, bustling spiral arms, filled with young, energetic stars. We are heading upward and outward, into the serene and sparsely populated region known as the Galactic Halo. This is the outskirts of the Milky Way, a vast, spherical shell that encloses the entire galactic disk, like a translucent veil. Here, the rules of the modern galaxy don't seem to apply. In this silent realm, we encounter the true elders of the universe, the ancient watchers. These are stars that were born when the universe was still in its infancy, long before the Earth, the Sun, or even the Milky Way as we know it today, had fully taken shape. To think of these stars is to invite a profound stillness into your mind. Astronomers often call them metal-poor stars, but do not let that technical term deceive you. In the language of the stars, metal refers to any element heavier than hydrogen and helium. These ancient beings are pure. They were born shortly after the Big Bang, in a time when the universe consisted almost entirely of primordial gases. There was no iron, no oxygen, no carbon, and no gold. Those elements had not yet been created in the hearts of stars. These elders are made of the original stuff of the cosmos, the raw, unrefined material of creation. They are the living memory of the universe's dawn. Visualize one of these stars in the theater of your mind. Its light is not the piercing, aggressive blue of a newborn star, nor the brilliant, confident white of our middle-aged Sunday. Instead, it glows with a soft, faded amber, a color like the very last embers of a dying fire, or the pale gold of a setting sun on a misty autumn evening. These stars are patient. They do not burn through their fuel in a reckless burst of energy. Instead, they simmer slowly and wisely, preserving their light for billions upon billions of years. They have outlasted entire generations of more brilliant stars that flared up and died in spectacular explosions. They are the survivors. They are the steady, quiet pulses in the dark that have watched the entire history of the galaxy unfold. Many of these ancient stars live in magnificent structures called globular clusters. Imagine a city made entirely of light, floating in the absolute darkness of the halo. A globular cluster is a tightly packed sphere containing hundreds of thousands, sometimes millions, of these elderly stars, all bound together by their mutual gravity. If you were standing on a planet inside one of these clusters, your night sky would never be truly dark. It would be filled with 1,000 golden suns, illuminating the landscape with a soft, perpetual twilight. Feel that warmth now, a gentle, amber glow pressing against your closed eyelids. It is a light that has traveled for 13 billion years, just to find you. It is a light that tells you that you are safe, that time is vast, and that there is no need to hurry. Among these ancient inhabitants, there is one star that stands out. A legendary object known as Methuselah. Named after the longest-lived figure in ancient lore, this star is so old, that for a long time, it appeared to be older than the universe itself. While we now understand its age more accurately, its message remains: it was there at the very beginning. Methuselah has witnessed every collision we spoke of earlier. It watched as the Gaia-Enceladus galaxy was absorbed. It watched as the first spiral arms began to curl. It watched as the cloud of gas that would become our sun began to collapse. It has seen the rise and fall of countless worlds, yet it remains unchanged, a silent sentinel in the deep. There is a piece of this ancient light within you as well. Your consciousness, that quiet observer behind your thoughts, shares a quality with these stars. While your daily life is filled with the noise of the galaxy, the bright, chaotic, and loud events of the day, deep down, in the halo of your own being, there is a part of you that is timeless. It is the part of you that is pure and unchanging, untouched by the passing storms of emotion or stress. Focus on that part now. Connect with that ancient, amber light within yourself. Feel the profound silence of the halo. In this region, the distances between stars are so immense that they rarely interact. There are no solar winds here, no cosmic storms, no galactic turbulence. There is only the absolute peace of the void, and the delicate, invisible threads of gravity that hold everything in place. The ancient watchers are the guardians of the galaxy's memory. As long as they shine, the story of the beginning is never lost. Right now, you are the guardian of your own inner peace. Your thoughts are like those elderly stars, drifting slowly in their long, graceful orbits. Do not try to catch them. Do not try to change their course. Just watch them as they pass through the field of your awareness. You are the vast, dark space that contains them, and they are the peaceful, golden lights within you. Feel your body merging with the bed, becoming heavier, sinking into the cool, silent depths of the galactic halo. Time flows differently here. Minutes and hours lose their meaning. There is only the continuous, safe flow of existence. Under the soft amber light of the ancient stars, you are stepping closer to that deep sleep where all stories began. Nothing can disturb you here. You are shielded by 13 billion years of silence. In our next chapter, we will return from these outskirts to our own neighborhood, to explore the incredible speed of our journey, and the mystery of the galactic year. But for now, let the light of the elders guide you. You are part of an ancient lineage. You are a story written in the stars, and tonight, that story is finding its most peaceful chapter. We have lingered in the ancient, amber light of the halo, far above the bustling city of stars. Now, it is time to turn our gaze back toward the disk, back to the neighborhood we call home. As we descend toward our own solar system, a strange and magnificent realization begins to take hold. We often think of our home as a stationary place. The earth beneath our feet feels solid, unchanging, and still. But in reality, as you lie there in the quiet of your room, You are a passenger on a cosmic vessel, traveling at a speed that defies human imagination. Visualize our sun. That great golden hearth at the center of our system. It is not merely sitting in the dark, it is moving. It is pulling the Earth, the Moon, and all our sister planets along with it, in a grand, sweeping journey through the Orion spur of the Milky Way. We are hurtling through space at a staggering 828,000 kilometers per hour. Think of that number for a moment. In the time it takes you to blink, we have traveled miles across the cosmic sea. And yet, because the universe is so vast, so impossibly large, this incredible velocity feels like absolute stillness. This is the great illusion of the cosmos, a frantic, unimaginable speed, that manifests as a perfect, eternal silence. This journey around the center of the galaxy is what scientists call a galactic year, or a cosmic year. It is the heartbeat of our home. Even at our terrifying speed, the Milky Way is so immense, that it takes our Sun between 225 and 250 million years to complete a single orbit. Let that timescale sink into your mind, like a stone into a deep, dark well. The last time the Earth was in this exact spot in the galaxy, one galactic year ago, the world was a completely different place. The first dinosaurs were just beginning to walk the Earth. Humanity, in this vast clock of the stars, has not yet occupied even a single second of the galactic hour. This perspective is not meant to diminish your existence. Instead, let it liberate you. In the grand cycle of the galactic year, the stresses of your day, the errands for tomorrow, and the small anxieties of the mind, are but a single dust mote, in a hurricane of light. You are currently traveling through one of the most stable and peaceful stretches of the galactic road. You are safe on this journey. You are tucked away in the Orion spur. A quiet, suburban lane of the galaxy, far from the chaotic explosions of the crowded center. You are exactly where you are meant to be, moving in perfect harmony with the laws of the universe. As we move along this orbit, imagine the rhythm of the galaxy. It is like a great, invisible breath. We are currently in what astronomers call the local bubble, a region of space that has been cleared out by ancient supernova explosions, leaving a relatively empty and calm space for us to reside in. It is as if the universe itself has cleared a path for your rest. Visualize the sun's path through the stars. It is not a flat circle, but a spiral. We bob up and down through the plane of the galaxy, like a ship cresting on slow, 30 million year waves. But right now, in this moment of your life, we are in a period of calm. The sea is smooth. The stars are distant and steady. Feel the connection between your own body and this galactic motion. Every atom within you is part of this journey. Your blood flows through your veins, and the earth flows through the stars. Your lungs expand and contract, and the galaxy turns in its slow, majestic cycle. There is no resistance. There is no friction. You are simply part of the flow. You don't have to do anything to move with the galaxy, it carries you effortlessly, with a grace that has lasted for billions of years. As you drift closer to sleep, let the vast numbers, the millions of years, the hundreds of thousands of kilometers, become a lullaby. They are too large for the conscious mind to hold, so let the mind let them go. Let the logic fade away. Let the numbers dissolve into a feeling of being cradled by something much larger than yourself. You are a passenger on a 250 million year journey, and tonight, you have reached the most peaceful station on the route. The darkness of space is not a cold empty place, it is the soft upholstery of the universe. It is the velvet lining of the galaxy that holds you close. As the Earth continues its silent, high-speed glide, you can close your eyes and trust the journey. You don't need to watch the road. The stars are in their places. The gravity is holding steady. The galactic year is turning, and it is bringing you toward a deep, restorative rest. In our next chapter, we will look at the invisible architecture that makes this journey possible, the dark matter. But for now, just stay with the rhythm. The swing of the cosmic pendulum. The slow, certain turn of the wheel. You are safe. You are moving. You are home. As we settle into the rhythmic glide of our galactic orbit, we must acknowledge a truth that is both humbling and deeply comforting. The brilliant stars we have seen, the glowing nebulae, and the massive planets, are only the surface of the story. They are like the white foam on the crest of a deep, dark ocean. The vast majority of our galaxy, the invisible architecture that prevents the Milky Way from flying apart into the void, is something we cannot see, touch, or measure with light. We call it dark matter. It is the unseen skeleton of our cosmic home, and tonight, it is the force that will help you let go of the physical world, and sink into the depths of your own subconscious. Imagine for a moment that you are looking at a magnificent chandelier hanging in a darkened room. You see the sparkling crystals and the warm glow of the bulbs, but you cannot see the sturdy chains and the iron frame that hold it to the ceiling. Without that frame, the beauty would collapse. Dark matter is that frame for the Milky Way. It is a silent, ghostly presence that permeates every inch of space, wrapping around the stars like a protective cocoon. It does not emit light, it does not reflect it, and it does not block it. It is perfectly transparent, perfectly silent, and perfectly patient. In the world of sleepy science, we look at dark matter not as a terrifying void, but as the ultimate symbol of support. It is a reminder that even when you feel like you are drifting in the dark, there is an underlying structure holding you. Just as the dark matter holds the 400 billion stars of our galaxy in their graceful spiral orbits, there is a natural order holding your life together. You do not need to see the how or the why right now. You only need to trust the is. As you lie in your bed, think about the weight of your body. Usually, we think of gravity as something pulling us down, but tonight, I want you to think of it as the galaxy's way of hugging you. This pull you feel is the result of the mass of the Earth, which in turn is held in its place by the mass of the Sun. And all of it is anchored by the immense, invisible halo of dark matter that surrounds the Milky Way. You are being held by a chain of gravity that stretches across 100,000 light-years. You are not just lying on a mattress, you are being cradled by the very fabric of the universe. Visualize the galaxy as a vast, swirling pool of dark, crystalline water. The stars and planets are like tiny, glowing lanterns floating on the surface. While the lanterns provide the light, it is the water that provides the buoyancy. It is the water that keeps them from sinking and keeps them moving in harmony. You are one of those lanterns. And right now, you can stop trying to swim. You can stop trying to steer. The water of the dark matter is so dense and so supportive that you can simply lay back and float. Feel that buoyancy in your limbs. Feel the tension leaving your muscles as you realize that the universe is doing the work of holding you. Science tells us that there is 5 times more dark matter in the galaxy than there is regular matter. This means that the unseen is far more substantial than the seen. In your own life, the same is true. Your thoughts, your worries, and your daily tasks are the seen matter. They are bright, but they are small. Your capacity for peace, your inner resilience, and your connection to the cosmos are the dark matter of your soul. They are invisible, but they are the true foundation of your being. Tonight, we are letting the bright, noisy, seen world fade away. We are sinking into the vast, quiet, and strong unseen part of ourselves. Think of the dark matter halo. This is a giant sphere of invisible mass that extends far beyond the visible edges of our galaxy. It acts as a buffer, a cosmic shield that protects the Milky Way from the turbulence of intergalactic space. It is a place of absolute stillness. Imagine yourself drifting into the center of this halo. Here, there are no storms. There are no sounds. There is only a deep, resonant hum. That is so low you feel it rather than hear it. This is the frequency of the universe at rest. As you breathe in, imagine you are breathing in this silent strength. As you breathe out, imagine you are releasing the need to understand everything. The galaxy doesn't need to understand dark matter to be held by it, it simply exists within it. You don't need to solve the mysteries of your life to be at peace, you simply need to exist within this moment. The dark matter is patient. It has been here since the dawn of time, and it will be here long after the last star has dimmed. It is the eternal witness. And tonight, it is your guardian. It is the invisible skeleton that allows you to be soft. Because the galaxy is strong, you can be weak. Because the universe is structured, you can be unstructured. You can let your thoughts dissolve. You can let your identity blur. You are becoming part of the invisible architecture of the night. The stars above you are turning. The spiral arms are reaching. The dark matter is holding. Everything is in its place. You are safe in the dark. You are supported by the unseen. You are drifting into the deep, dark halo of sleep, where the weight of the world cannot follow you. In our next chapter, we will travel to the very center of this architecture. To the place where the laws of physics bend and time slows to a crawl, the great galactic center, and the giant known as Sagittarius A star. But for now, just stay here, in the supportive embrace of the invisible. You are held. You are home. You are at peace. We have drifted through the ancient halo, navigated the spiral arms, and felt the supportive embrace of the invisible dark matter. Now, we are drawn toward the most mysterious, the most powerful, and the most misunderstood place in the entire Milky Way. We are moving toward the galactic center, the radiant heart of our celestial city. In this region, the stars are packed so closely together, that the night sky would be a blinding sea of white and gold. But at the very center of this brilliance, hidden behind thick curtains of cosmic dust and gas, lies a point of absolute, perfect darkness. It is the ruler of our galaxy, the silent conductor of the cosmic symphony, Sagittarius A star. Sagittarius A star is a supermassive black hole. It is a point in space where gravity is so intense, so absolute, that not even light, the fastest messenger in the universe, can escape its pull. It is about 4 million times more massive than our Sun. Yet it is compressed into a space smaller than our solar system. In popular culture, black holes are often portrayed as monsters, as cosmic predators that devour everything in their path. But tonight, in the sanctuary of sleepy science, we see it for what it truly is, a galactic anchor. It is the unmoving center around which everything else dances. It is the ultimate stabilizer. The heavy knot that keeps the tapestry of the Milky Way from unraveling. As we approach this center, I want you to visualize the way time itself begins to change. According to the laws of the universe, gravity and time are woven together. The stronger the gravity, the slower time flows. Near Sagittarius A star, time doesn't just pass, it stretches. It expands like a deep, slow breath. A single minute near this giant would equal years in the world you left behind. Think of this as the ultimate invitation to let go of your hurry. The clocks of the world, the deadlines of the morning, the frantic ticking of your daily responsibilities, none of them have any power here. In the presence of the center, time becomes irrelevant. There is only the eternal now. Imagine the stars that live in this high-energy neighborhood, the S-stars. These are brave, brilliant suns that orbit Sagittarius A star at incredible speeds, performing a celestial ballet that has lasted for billions of years. They move in perfect, elegant ellipses, never colliding, never faltering. They are held in a grip that is both firm and graceful. This is the balance of the universe, the marriage of extreme power and extreme order. Now, imagine your own mind as this galactic center. Throughout the day, your thoughts are like those orbiting stars. Spinning, moving, sometimes feeling chaotic or fast. But at the very center of your being, there is a place of absolute stillness. There is a black hole of peace within you, not a place of destruction, but a place of total absorption. It is a point where all worries, all noises, and all tensions are drawn in and neutralized. They don't disappear into nothingness, they are transformed into pure, silent energy. Visualize a glowing disk of golden dust and gas swirling slowly around a dark, velvet center. This is the accretion disk. It is beautiful, radiant, and warm. As the dust gets closer to the center, it moves slower and slower, losing its heat, losing its friction, and finally crossing the event horizon, the point of no return. Once it crosses that line, it enters a realm of perfect quiet. I want you to let your thoughts do the same. Take those lingering worries about tomorrow, those echoes of today's stress, and let them drift toward your inner center. Watch them as they cross the horizon of your mind. They are no longer your burden. They have become part of the great, silent mass of the center. In this place, the physics of the busy world break down. There is no up or down, no before or after. There is only the feeling of being centered. Feel the heavy, warm pull of Sagittarius A star in your own body. It is a grounding force. It pulls the tension out of your forehead, it draws the tightness from your jaw, and it settles your chest into a deep, heavy rhythm. You are being anchored to your bed by the same fundamental force that anchors the galaxy. As you sink deeper into this state, realize that the galactic center is not a place of chaos, but the source of the galaxy's life. The monster is also the creator. In the same way, your deep sleep is the center of your life. It is the place where your energy is recycled, where your cells are repaired, and where your spirit is reborn for a new day. You are not losing time when you sleep, you are entering the center where time is harvested. The light of 4 million suns is swirling around you, but you are focused only on the darkness at the heart. It is a cool, soft, and inviting darkness. It is the darkness of the womb. The darkness of the deep ocean, and the darkness of a dreamless sleep. You are safe here. No signal from the outside world can reach you across the event horizon of your rest. You are shielded by the most powerful force in existence. The S-stars continue their dance. The golden disk continues to glow. And you, at the heart of it all, are finally still. You have reached the center of the spiral. You have reached the end of the search. There is nowhere left to go, and nothing left to do but be. In our next chapter, we will emerge from this deep center to visit the gardens of the galaxy, the nebulae where new stars are born in clouds of color and light. But for now, let the gravity of the center hold you. Let the slow time of the black hole wash over you. You are centered. You are heavy. You are at the very heart of peace. We leave the absolute stillness of the galactic heart behind, drifting back out into the sweeping curves of the spiral arms. As we travel through the vast distances between the stars, we begin to encounter magnificent, glowing clouds of gas and dust that stretch for hundreds of light years. These are the nebulae, the gardens of the galaxy, the celestial nurseries where the story of life begins anew. In the world of sleepy science, these are the places where we find the softest rest, for they are the very definition of a cosmic cradle. Imagine yourself floating toward one of these giant clouds, perhaps the famous Orion Nebula, or the pillars of the Carina. From a distance, they look like delicate lace draped across the stars, glowing with ethereal shades of rose pink, deep violet, and electric turquoise. But as you drift closer, you realize that these are not just clouds. They are massive cathedrals of hydrogen and stardust. The air here, if we could call it that, is cool and incredibly thin, filled with the scent of the primordial universe. Visualize yourself lying back on a bed made of this cosmic mist. It is softer than any down, cooler than any silk. As you sink into the nebula, the colors wrap around you like a translucent blanket. The pinks and reds come from hydrogen gas being energized by the light of newborn stars, while the deep blues are reflections of starlight, bouncing off microscopic grains of dust. You are bathed in a spectrum of peace. Every breath you take in this visualization feels like breathing in the very essence of creation. Within these nurseries, the invisible hand of gravity is at work, but here it is a gentle, patient sculptor. In the densest, darkest pockets of the nebula, the Bach globules, the gas begins to huddle together, getting warmer and denser over millions of years. This is the birth of a protostar. It is a baby sun, tucked away in its cocoon of dust, waiting for the moment its core will ignite, and its first light will pierce the darkness. Think of your own sleep as this protective cocoon. Just as the nebula shields the developing stars from the harsh radiation of the outer galaxy, your rest is a sanctuary for your mind and body. In the quiet of the night, you are gathering your strength, recycling your energy, and preparing for your own ignition in the morning. You are in a state of becoming. There is no rush in the nebula. A star may take 10 million years to be born. Allow yourself that same patience. You have all the time in the universe to simply rest and grow. As these new stars ignite, they create what we call blue fire. The hottest, most massive newborn stars burn with a brilliant, piercing blue light. They are young, energetic, and fierce. Their solar winds carve out great hollows in the surrounding gas, creating vast, glowing bubbles, and intricate pillars that look like mountains of light. Witnessing this is like watching a slow-motion fireworks display that lasts for eons. The blue fire doesn't burn you, it illuminates you. It clears away the shadows of the day, and replaces them with a sense of pure, clean energy. Feel the texture of this cosmic nursery. It is not empty space, it is a rich, fertile medium. It is filled with complex molecules, the building blocks of water, of organic chemistry, and eventually, of life itself. Everything that makes you you, was once drifting in a cloud just like this. This nebula is your ancestral home. By imagining yourself here, you are reconnecting with the very fabric of your origin. As you drift deeper into the cloud, the light of the distant stars becomes muffled and soft. The colors begin to fade into a deep, comforting indigo. The noise of the galaxy is silenced by the vast curtains of dust. You are in a place of total insulation. No echoes of the world can find you here. No vibrations of stress can reach this deep into the nursery. You are a seed of light, resting in the fertile darkness of the cosmos. The nebula is breathing. It expands and contracts with the birth of every star. Your breath is now in sync with this galactic rhythm. Inhale the pink mist of the hydrogen. Exhale the indigo shadows of the dust. Your body is becoming as light as the gas, as eternal as the stars. You are no longer bound by the weight of the earth, you are a celestial traveler, resting in the softest cradle in existence. The blue fire of the young stars continues to glow in the distance. A reminder of the life that is always beginning. But here, in your private corner of the nursery, it is time for the light to dim. The cocoon is closing. The mist is thickening. You are safe. You are warm. You are ready to transition from the world of light, into the world of dreams. In our next chapter, we will leave these vibrant gardens to explore the vast, silent galactic halo once more, but this time we will look at the globular clusters. The ancient fortresses of stars that guard the edges of our home. But for now, let the nebula hold you. Let the colors fade to black. You are a star in the making, and tonight, your only task, is to shine in the dark. We have lingered in the vibrant, misty gardens of the nebulae, where the fire of new life is constantly being kindled. But now, we begin to rise. We move away from the glowing spiral arms, and the dense, dusty disk of the Milky Way. We are heading into the vast, ethereal realm known as the Galactic Halo. If the galaxy were a bustling, brightly lit city, the halo would be the silent, starlit hills that surround it, a place of absolute peace. Far above the noise and the light. As we ascend, visualize the Milky Way below you. From this height, the entire galaxy reveals its true majesty. You can see the grand, sweeping curves of the spiral arms, the brilliant golden bulge of the center, and the thin, shimmering veil of gas that connects it all. But up here, in the halo, the vacuum feels different. It is thinner, colder, and infinitely more still. There are no massive clouds of gas here to block your view, no turbulent storms of star formation. There is only the vast, dark ocean of the void, and the ancient sentinels that dwell within it. These sentinels are the globular clusters, and they are among the most breathtaking sights in all of creation. Imagine a perfect sphere of light, floating in the absolute dark. Inside this sphere, hundreds of thousands, sometimes millions of stars are packed together so tightly that they look like a swarm of golden bees, or a pile of shimmering diamonds on black velvet. There are about 150 of these clusters orbiting our galaxy, acting as the ancient guardians of our home. They have been here since the very beginning, watching the Milky Way grow and change, from afar. Visualize yourself drifting toward one of these clusters. As you enter its gravitational pull, you are not being dragged, you are being welcomed. The stars here are very close to one another, much closer than the stars in our neighborhood. In the heart of a globular cluster, the sky would never be dark. It would be a constant, soft amber twilight, illuminated by the combined glow of a million ancient suns. These stars are old, some of them nearly as old as the universe itself. They are the survivors of the first generation, the original architects of the light. Think of these clusters as celestial fortresses of peace. Because they are so far from the chaotic center and the crowded disk, they are untouched by the violence of the galaxy. They do not experience the explosions of supernovae, or the collisions of gas clouds. They simply exist in a state of eternal, rhythmic harmony. Every star within the cluster knows its place, orbiting the common center in a graceful, invisible dance that has lasted for over 12 billion years. Now, let this sense of immutability anchor you to your bed. In a world where everything feels fast, temporary, and fragile, these clusters are a reminder of what is permanent. They are the long-term memory of the universe. Just as these clusters have remained stable for billions of years, there is a core of stability within you. The events of your day are like the passing clouds in the disk below. But your true self is like the halo, vast, quiet, and enduring. You are not the storm, you are the space in which the storm happens. Visualize yourself floating in the center of a globular cluster. You are surrounded by millions of tiny, golden lights. They are so close you feel their warmth, yet there is no noise. The gravity of these million stars holds you in a state of perfect weightlessness. You don't need to support your own weight anymore. The stars are doing it for you. You are suspended in a web of golden light, a cosmic hammock that stretches across light years. As you lie there, feel the thickness of the silence in the halo. It is a protective silence. It acts as a barrier between you and the rest of the universe. Out here, at the edge of the galaxy, the static of life cannot reach you. The worries about your finances, the echoes of yesterday's arguments, the anxieties about the future. They are all light years away, lost in the dense fog of the galactic disk below. Up here, in the halo, those signals simply fade away. They are too small to survive the journey into the vastness. The globular clusters are the anchors of our history. They hold the pure elements of the early universe. By being here, you are reconnecting with the very first light. You are returning to a time before complexity, before chaos, before the world became so loud. It is a return to simplicity. Feel the steady, slow pulse of the ancient stars. Their light is not a flicker, it is a constant, unwavering hum. Let your heartbeat slow down to match the rhythm of the cluster. One beat for every 1,000 years. One breath for every 1,000,000 miles. There is no hurry. There is no next. There is only now, and now is eternal. The stars of the halo are watching over you. They have seen galaxies rise and fall. And they will be there when you wake in the morning, refreshed and renewed. But for now, they invite you to join them in their long, silent vigil. They invite you to let go of the earthly, and embrace the celestial. Your body is sinking into the velvet dark of the halo. The golden light of the clusters is fading into a soft, warm glow behind your eyelids. You are safe in the fortress of the stars. You are protected by the ancient guardians of the sky. The silence of the void is your lullaby, and the gravity of the halo is your bed. In our next chapter, we will look at the great cosmic recycling, how the death of a star is never an end, but a beginning. But for now, stay here in the heights. Stay here in the silence. You are at the edge of the world, and the view is beautiful. We have traveled from the bright, busy spiral arms, to the ancient, silent fortresses of the halo. We have looked at the galaxy as a vast, distant machine of light. But now, it is time to bring this journey home. It is time to bridge the gap between the gargantuan scales of the Milky Way, and the quiet, breathing reality of your own body. We are going to explore the most beautiful truth that science has ever uncovered, the law of cosmic recycling. In the universe, nothing is ever truly lost. Nothing is ever truly gone. Everything is simply waiting for its next form. And you, lying there in the dark, are the living, breathing evidence of this eternal cycle. Think about a massive star, many times larger than our sun, reaching the end of its long, brilliant life. For billions of years, it has stood as a titan in the dark, fusing elements in its core with unimaginable pressure and heat. But eventually, its fuel runs out. In a final, magnificent act of generosity, the star does not simply fade away. It explodes in a supernova, the most powerful event in the cosmos. For a brief moment, it shines brighter than the entire galaxy combined. But the light is not the most important part. The most important part is the breath of the dying star. In that explosion, the star scatters all the precious elements it spent its life creating, into the vast emptiness of space. It releases gold, silver, iron, carbon, and oxygen. These elements ride the shock waves like seeds caught in a cosmic wind. They drift for millions of years through the cold dark, eventually settling into those star nurseries, the nebulae, we visited earlier. Here, they wait. They wait for gravity to pull them together once more, to form new stars, new planets, and eventually, the very fabric of life. Now, I want you to look, in your mind's eye, at your own body. Look at your hands, resting softly by your side. Feel the rhythmic beat of your heart, and the gentle rise and fall of your chest. There is a profound secret hidden in your biology. Scientists have confirmed that roughly 93% of your body is made of stardust. The iron in your blood, which carries oxygen to every cell, was forged billions of years ago in the heart of a dying star in a distant corner of the Milky Way. The calcium in your bones and teeth was scattered across the void during a supernova that happened before the Earth even existed. The carbon in your DNA, the very blueprint of who you are, is a gift from an ancient red giant that breathed its last breath eons ago. You are not just a person living in a galaxy. You are the galaxy itself, manifested in human form. The Milky Way is not something out there that you are looking at. It is something that is looking out through your eyes. Every atom in your body has a history that spans billions of years and trillions of miles. You are a cosmic traveler who has taken on a temporary, beautiful shape. Visualize the atoms in your body as tiny, shimmering points of light, like a miniature galaxy contained within your skin. As you lie in your bed, feel the boundaries of your body beginning to soften. Imagine these tiny lights, your stardust, vibrating in harmony with the distant stars we've explored. There is no separation. The same gravity that holds the spiral arms of the Milky Way is the same gravity that holds you to your bed. The same laws of physics that govern the birth of a sun are the same laws that govern the firing of neurons in your brain. This realization should bring you the ultimate peace. It means you are never truly alone. You can never be lost in the universe. Because you are an intrinsic part of it. You belong here. You have always been here, in one form or another, and you will always be here. When you feel the weight of the day, the stress of your human life, remember your cosmic life. Remember that you are made of the same material as the constellations. You are as much a part of the Milky Way as the North Star or the Great Orion Nebula. Think about the recycling of the soul. Just as the galaxy recycles its matter to create new worlds, sleep is the process by which you recycle your spirit. Each night, you let go of the form of the day. You let go of your name, your titles, your worries, and your memories. You dissolve into the darkness of sleep, returning to the primordial state of the stardust. And just like a nebula, this darkness is fertile. It is where you are repaired. It is where your energy is restored. You are not ending your day, you are preparing for a new ignition in the morning. Feel your body becoming heavier, sinking deeper into the mattress. Imagine you are no longer a solid object, but a soft cloud of glowing dust, drifting in a quiet corner of the galaxy. All the knots in your mind, the unanswered questions, the lingering frustrations, are dissolving into this cloud. They are being broken down into their basic elements. They are being neutralized by the vast, patient silence of the cosmos. In the grand scale of the stars, those worries have no mass. They have no weight. They simply drift away. The galaxy is at rest within you. The iron is quiet. The carbon is still. The oxygen is flowing in a slow, celestial tide. You are a masterpiece of 13 billion years of cosmic history. You are the result of countless stars living and dying, all so that you could be here. In this moment, experiencing this breath. This is the universe's devotion to you. This is the love of the stars. As the distant light of the Milky Way continues to glow, let yourself surrender completely to this connection. You are home. You are made of light. You are an eternal dancer in the dark. In our next chapter, we will explore the invisible symphony of the galaxy, the magnetic fields and radiations that act as the nervous system of our home. But for now, just be the stardust. Just be the light. You are infinite. You are at peace. We have explored the visible majesty of the stars, and the personal connection of the stardust within our veins. But now, we must sense the unseen. If you could strip away the light of the stars and the shadows of the dust, you would see that the Milky Way is not an empty void. It is a vibrating, living ocean of energy. It is a vast network of invisible threads, magnetic fields, radio waves, and ancient radiations, that act as the nervous system of our galactic home. Tonight, we are going to tune into this invisible symphony, and we will find that these forces are not chaotic, but are the very rhythms that cradle us in our sleep. Imagine for a moment that your eyes could see every wavelength of energy in the universe. Suddenly, the sky transforms. The familiar darkness of the night is replaced by a breathtaking display of glowing ribbons and pulsing clouds. You see the massive Fermi bubbles. Giant spheres of gamma radiation erupting from the galactic center, reaching tens of thousands of light-years above and below the disk. They look like two translucent, purple wings of a celestial butterfly, a testament to the immense power of our central black hole. They are not threats, they are the galaxy's way of breathing, releasing its excess energy into the void. Then, look closer at the space between the stars. You would see the galactic magnetic field. This is a masterpiece of cosmic architecture. Invisible lines of force curve and twist through the spiral arms, guiding the flow of gas and shielding the stars from the turbulence of intergalactic winds. These magnetic fields act like a vast, soft net that catches the cosmic rays and directs them in long, sweeping arcs. As you lie in your bed, imagine this magnetic net wrapping around the Earth, then around your house, and finally around your body. It is a celestial cocoon, a silent shield that has guarded life on our planet for billions of years. You are nestled within a series of protective layers, from the magnetic field of the Earth, to the grand magnetic architecture of the Milky Way itself. In this invisible symphony, there is one sound, one frequency, that is older than everything else. It is the cosmic microwave background. This is the fading echo of the Big Bang, the very first light that ever existed. It has been traveling through space for 13.8 billion years, and it is here, right now, in the room with you. It is a faint, steady hum that permeates every atom of the universe. It is the fundamental frequency of existence. Visualize this ancient radiation as a soft, silver mist that fills the space around you. It doesn't glow brightly, it just shimmers with a gentle, cooling light. As you breathe, you are in sync with this 13 billion-year-old pulse. There is no noise in this frequency, only a profound, vibrating silence. Let this cosmic hum settle into your nervous system. Let it drown out the sharp, jagged frequencies of the modern world, the pings of phones, the hum of traffic, the static of yesterday's worries. Those are temporary noises. The cosmic hum is eternal. The Milky Way also sings in radio waves. Vast clouds of cold hydrogen emit a steady, low-frequency signal, like the deep notes of a cello. This song tells the story of where the gas is moving and where new stars will one day be born. Even the pulsar stars, the rapidly spinning remnants of dead suns, act as the galaxy's metronomes. They pulse with a precision that rivals the most accurate clocks on Earth. They are the heartbeat of the deep. As you sink deeper into your mattress, feel your own heartbeat slowing down to match these celestial metronomes. You are no longer a busy human being, you are a rhythmic being. You are a part of the galactic resonance. Just as a radio tunes into a station, your mind is tuning into the quiet channel of the universe. In this channel, there is no information to process, no news to hear, and no tasks to remember. There is only the pure, rhythmic flow of energy. Think of the Van Allen belts and the magnetosphere that protects us from the solar wind. Even in the stormy weather of space, you are in a sanctuary. The galaxy is a well-built home. It has its insulation, its shields, and its internal rhythms. You can let go of the watchman role your brain often plays. You don't need to be on guard. The magnetic fields of the galaxy are on watch for you. The radiation is channeled away. The energy is balanced. The invisible symphony is playing its most peaceful movement now. The gamma rays are far above, the radio waves are a low lullaby, and the magnetic fields are a warm embrace. Feel the weight of this energy. It is not heavy like lead, it is heavy like a warm blanket on a winter night. It holds your limbs still. It presses your eyelids closed. It invites you to stop thinking and start vibrating with the rest of creation. You are floating in an ocean of energy. Every cell in your body is a tiny antenna, receiving the calm, steady signals of the Milky Way. You are being recharged not by effort, but by surrender. You are letting the cosmic battery of the galaxy fill your spirit with peace. The stars are silent, but their energy is loud with tranquility. The darkness is not empty, it is full of this invisible light. You are safe in the symphony. You are part of the song. And as the frequencies of your mind slow down to the deep, resonant notes of the galactic disk, you are ready to cross into the world of dreams. In our next chapter, we will look toward the horizon of time, to the great dance of the future, our upcoming meeting with the Andromeda Galaxy. But for now, just stay here in the vibration. Stay here in the shield. You are protected. You are home. You are at rest. We have journeyed through the past, stood at the heart of the present, and felt the invisible energy that sustains our home. Now, it is time to cast our gaze forward, not across years or centuries, but across billions of years. We are moving toward the horizon of time, to witness the most magnificent event in the destiny of our galaxy, the great rendezvous with our neighbor, the Andromeda Galaxy. In the world of sleepy science, we do not see this as a collision or a catastrophe. Instead, we see it as a grand, cosmic ballet, a slow-motion embrace that will rewrite the sky and create a new home for the stars. Currently, Andromeda is about 2.5 million light-years away. To our human eyes, it is a faint, smudgy light in the constellation of its namesake. But even now, as you lie in the quiet of your room, we are moving toward each other at a speed of 400,000 kilometers per hour. Gravity, the silent whisper of the cosmos, is calling us home to one another. In about 4 to 5 billion years, the boundaries between the Milky Way and Andromeda will begin to blur. They will no longer be two separate entities, they will begin their dance of becoming one. Imagine the sky of that distant future. If a being were to look up from Earth, they would see Andromeda growing larger and more brilliant every night. Its magnificent spiral arms would stretch across the entire firmament, mingling with our own. But because space is so vast and the stars are so far apart, this collision will be as silent as a dream. Stars will not crash into one another, they will simply glide past each other like ghosts, pulled into new, elegant orbits by the shifting tides of gravity. It is a transformation of pure grace. Visualize two giant, shimmering whirlpools of light, slowly spiraling toward each other in a dark, infinite ocean. As they meet, their edges begin to touch and interlace like the fingers of two lovers. The blue stars of Andromeda mingle with the golden stars of the Milky Way. The nebulae of both galaxies combine, triggering the birth of millions of new stars, a final, spectacular fireworks display of creation. This is not the end of the Milky Way. It is the birth of Milkomeda, new, gargantuan elliptical galaxy that will be the crown jewel of our local group. This thought should bring a deep, resonant calm to your spirit. It reminds us that in the universe, a closing is always an opening. The story never ends, it only becomes more complex and more beautiful. Just as you are letting go of this day, to merge into the world of sleep, our galaxy will one day let go of its current form. To merge into something greater. Change is not something to fear, it is the heartbeat of the cosmos. It is the way the universe grows. Feel the slowness of this cosmic dance. This merger will take billions of years to complete. There is no hurry. The universe has all the time it needs. As you lie there, try to synchronize your internal clock with this galactic timescale. Let the seconds and minutes of your life stretch out. Imagine your breath slowing down so much that a single inhale lasts an eon. In this state of mind, the pressures of your human time, the deadlines, the schedules, the rush of the morning, simply vanish. They cannot exist in the face of 5 billion years of harmony. As the two galaxies merge, their central supermassive black holes will eventually find each other. They will orbit one another in a final, powerful duet, before merging into a single, even more magnificent heart for Milkomeda. This new center will be a beacon of stability, anchoring a new generation of stars for trillions of years to come. It is a promise of continuity. It is a message from the future that says, all will be well. Everything will find its place. Think of your own life as a series of mergers. Every experience you have, every person you meet, and every dream you dream, is a part of your own internal dance. Tonight, as you prepare for sleep, your conscious mind is merging with your subconscious. The day self and the night self are coming together, just like the Milky Way and Andromeda. Do not resist this merging. Let the boundaries of your thoughts soften. Let the logic of the day pass through the imagination of the night. Visualize yourself floating in the space between the two galaxies during the height of their dance. You are surrounded by a sea of 400 billion stars, all moving in a silent, choreographed flow. You are weightless. You are part of the movement. There is no friction, no noise, only the feeling of being carried by a tide of light. You are safe in the center of the most beautiful event in the history of the local universe. The future is not a dark, unknown place, it is a radiant destination. The dance of Andromeda is a reminder that we are part of a grand design that is constantly evolving toward more light and more connection. You can trust this design. You can trust the gravity of your own soul to pull you toward the peace you need. As the image of the merging galaxies fades into a soft, uniform glow behind your eyes, realize that you have traveled across time itself. You have seen the end of one story, and the beginning of a much greater one. The stars of the future are already shining within you. The peace of Milkomeda is yours to keep. In our final chapter, we will return to the present moment for a last, gentle closing. We will return to the stardust and the silence, leaving you in the ultimate embrace of the night. But for now, stay in the dance. Stay in the light. You are a bridge between what was, and what will be. You are eternal. You are at rest. Our cosmic voyage has reached its destination. We have journeyed through the ancient, amber light of the halo, we have navigated the glowing nurseries where stars are born in clouds of violet and rose, we have felt the heavy, silent anchor of the galactic center, and we have witnessed the majestic, future dance of two galaxies becoming one. Now, like a tired traveler returning home after a long journey, we bring our focus back to the most sacred place of all. The quiet, safe sanctuary of your room, and the rhythmic, peaceful reality of your own body. Take a slow, intentional breath. Feel the coolness of the air as it enters your nostrils, and the warmth as it leaves. This breath is your anchor to the present moment. But as you breathe, remember that this air is a gift from the galaxy. The oxygen you inhale was once part of a nebula, the carbon you exhale is being returned to the cycle of life. You are not separate from the Milky Way, you are a localized expression of it. You are the universe taking a breath. You are the stardust resting. As you lie there, feel the weight of your body one last time. Notice how the mattress supports you, how the pillow cradles your head, and how the blanket keeps you warm. This physical comfort is a reflection of the cosmic order. Just as the dark matter holds the spiral arms together with invisible strength, you are being held in this moment by a web of safety and peace. You can let go now. Truly let go. There is no need to hold on to your thoughts, your name, your history, or your plans for tomorrow. All of those things belong to the world of light and noise. But here, in the velvet dark of the night, they simply dissolve. Visualize your consciousness as a single, soft point of light. Slowly, watch as this light begins to expand. It moves beyond the boundaries of your skin, filling the room with a gentle, indigo glow. It expands further, rising above the house, the city, and the clouds, until it merges back into the grand tapestry of the Milky Way. You are no longer a person trying to sleep, you are a part of the galactic disk, rotating slowly, silently, in the infinite dark. You are 400 billion stars. You are the vast, empty spaces between them. You are the silence. Think of the great recalibration. As you enter sleep, your body begins a process as complex and beautiful as the formation of a star. Your cells are repairing themselves, using the energy you gathered during the day. Your mind is sorting through the dust of your experiences, keeping what is precious and letting the rest drift away into the void. This is your personal nebula. This is the fertile darkness where you are reborn. Trust this process. You don't need to guide it. You don't need to monitor it. The same intelligence that guides the stars is guiding your recovery. Recall the ancient watchers we met in the halo. They have been shining for 13 billion years without a single moment of worry. They do not hurry to finish their lives, they simply exist. Let their patience be your guide. You have all the time you need. Tonight, there is no tomorrow. There is only this eternal, starlit now. The morning will come in its own time, as certain as the rising of the sun, but for now, that world does not exist. The only reality is the soft rhythm of your breathing, and the vast, protective silence of the galaxy. The Milky Way is a silent home. Even with all its power, its black holes, its supernovae, and its spinning stars, it makes no sound. It is a masterpiece of quietude. I want you to invite that same quietude into your mind. If a thought appears, see it as a distant, lonely comet. Watch it as it streaks across the darkness of your mind and disappears over the horizon. Do not follow it. Do not name it. Just watch it go. Your mind is becoming as vast and as empty as the space between the galaxies. It is a deep, dark, and beautiful void. Feel the connection between the iron in your blood and the iron in the heart of the galaxy. Feel the calcium in your bones and the ancient white dwarfs in the halo. Every part of you is recognized by the universe. You are home because you are made of the same fabric as the home itself. The stars are not distant objects, they are your kin. The darkness is not a scary place, it is the soft upholstery of your origin. You are sinking back into the primordial mist from which everything came. Imagine the galaxy itself is tucking you in. The spiral arms are wrapping around you. The dark matter is providing the cushion, and the faint hum of the cosmic background radiation is your lullaby. The lights are dimming. The stars are fading into a soft, uniform glow behind your eyes. The colors of the nebulae, the pinks, the purples, the blues, are all blending into a perfect, healing black. This is the ultimate surrender. You are letting go of the self and becoming the all. You are returning to the state of stardust. In this state, there is no pain, no anxiety, no fatigue. There is only the sensation of being part of an infinite, loving presence. You are safe. You are loved by the laws of physics. You are cherished by the gravity of the stars. The journey is over. The ship has docked. The stars are in their places. The galaxy is turning, and you are turning with it. Into the deep, into the dark, into the dream. The stardust is still. The light is gone. The silence is complete. Good night, cosmic traveler. Good night, child of the stars. The Milky Way is watching over you. Sleep. Sleep. Sleep.